Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pink Dogs and Sports Chat Place and throughout social media. We'll take you well before the top of the hour, give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver those free winners from the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time or later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pink Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today. We got James Clark to join us. Ninos, Tony Brown from Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, Trey Jordan, Chris Ruffolo, Big Al McMordie, and Alex Smart with us. All right, let's take a look at how they'll line up today. Smart, McMordie, Jordan, Brown, Ninos, Ruffolo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, I had no premiums here in the morning. How about you?
No, I've just been sitting back and enjoying the daytime baseball. I wonder if there's workers' comp injuries at Pick Dogs for my foot now, but that's okay. Well, that's another story for another day. I'm ready to get it going tonight.
All right, let's get it going. Let's welcome to the show Alex Smart. If I'm over at Pick Dogs, Alex, how's it going?
Good. Injuries everywhere.
Oh, injuries everywhere.
For WSIB, I'm in some rough shape over here with this foot.
He's trying to make, he's getting 2 breaks on the show today. He's just trying to, he's just trying to play it up a little bit.
Okay, never mind. I'm good. Okay, I'm fine now.
All right, here we go. 7 Eastern Time. We got the Indians here to host the Royals. Cleveland laying $1.30, total of 9.
Yeah, and you know what? We're going to go, I think the sharp money here has got to go over. That's the way I'm looking at it because I'm considering the sharp money, from this perspective, I look at it this way. Kansas City's defense is absolutely abysmal, and their pitching's not bad, but I mean the team itself is abysmal defensively. If you look at the overall numbers, they've allowed more than 5 runs in 10 of their last 14 games. They've allowed an average of 6.4 runs over their last 7 games immediately. They're doing a little bit of work here offensively, just enough. But what I'm looking at here is Cleveland finally cleaning up their bats and teeing off on a team that they've owned for a while now. And I look for them to do some damage here and for Kansas City to do enough. And by the way, Duffy, despite of his ace stature with this Kansas City team, has had some problems lately. So let's look at that. He's at a 5.89 ERA over his last 3 starts. Throwing beach balls. So there we go. I'm looking at an over here.
All right, Alex here looking at over the total in this one, Royals and Indians. All right, Chris, what say you? Yeah, Duffy's had some issues here, not going very deep in games, exposing that Royals bullpen.
Yeah, I think the key here for the Indians is making sure that Zach Plesac can get dressed without injuring himself like he did last time. But, I'm looking at this game, and if Plesac's fully healthy for this one, I've got to go with the Indians. 5-0 with an ERA under 2 in his career against the Royals. And the Royals just haven't been playing great baseball on both ends of the field as of late. So I've got to go with the Indians with a lean to the over here.
All right, Alex here looking over. Chris looks at the Indians side here, and this one will get going here at 7 Eastern Time on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Well, we got 6 games in the prime time for Major League Baseball with that rain out in that Blue Jays and Orioles game. We do have a big NBA game on the board. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
We do. I have an NBA total tonight. I've really been rocking with totals. 120 selection run at 70%, which, we're really rocking with the money on that. So you join me tonight, and we're going to cash. And also I've got a 3-pack of baseball, and we've got some more Cleveland action in there too. So give me a shot. We'll make some bucks.
All right, guys, got on board here with Alex Smart over at Pink Dogs Premium. He's got his big sharp money late steam total here going on over at the site for game number 2. Or if you want to get on with some baseball action, he's got his triple play, MLB Crushers, 3 plays there for Major League Baseball. Or if you want to get them all, get that 3-day sports pass. You'll get every play that Alex releases over at Pink Dogs Premium for that low price there for 3 days. And it'll include all the action for tonight, so get on board. Matter of fact, on that multi-capper promotion, even greater value when you add a second capper to the All Sports plan. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk again next week.
Okay. Actually, I won't be around for a couple of weeks.
Right. That's right. Vacation
I'll
time.
I'll be back. I'll be so posting plays. I'll be back.
All right, we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Have a great vacation. Alex Smart here on the Tri. I almost gave an early vacation. I remember on the last show. I told him we'll see you in a few weeks, but they got the last one in. All right.
Take care of Chris while I'm gone, too. It looks like he's having some issues there.
Yeah, we'll try and keep it
going. That's okay.
It's
all right. I'm being held together by duct tape right now. I'm red greening it up over here, so I'm holding together.
All right, he's all together. All right, we'll talk in a couple of weeks. Alex Bard here on the drive-thru, taking a couple of weeks off from the show, but he still will post in this place. You can still get him there over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's continue on here on the show here. Joined by Chris Ruffolo. As I promised him, I was going to give him 2 breaks today because I think he broke his toe. So let's go ahead and... He might have. He was going to go tend to his toe. He's going to get some toe service. So we got a massage over there, a little foot massage for him. He'll be all good as new. Let's go ahead and welcome into the show Trey Jordan. You'll find over at Pick Dogs Premium as we go over to Skype. Trey, what's happening?
Hey there, Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing good. All right, we're going to look at some NBA Game 2 props on the board tonight. You're going to be looking at PJ Tucker here. Over under 4.5 points here. It looks like the over favorite.
Yeah, the over's favored, and I'm looking at the over myself. I do see this, as a more lower scoring game, but all we're asking is 5 points, PJ. 5 points, bud. So he's got over 5 his last 4 games. He's averaged 5.6 his last 5, and 6.25 in his last 4 games. He shoots better on the road, 8% better field goal percentage on the road. But this year, he's only scored more than 4.5 points, 26 out of 70 games, about 37%. But coming off 7 points last game, and just how the defense will be focusing on Giannis and Thru and Middleton, I see him getting another one of those corner threes and a fast break layup, or all we need is one more field goal. I think he gets one corner three and then a layup or a field goal somewhere in there. So I know this is the low-hanging fruit here with the low total here, but I'm going to go P.J. Tucker over 4.5 points.
P.J. Tucker over 4.5 points, minus 120 in this one. When you look over at P.J., he did wake up a little bit here in that Atlanta series because he was a little quiet. So he woke up a little bit, got some points here. He's, like you said, he's averaged over 5 points a game over his past 4 games. But one thing is he's really active around the boards. He does pull down rebounds. You get those those second shot opportunities there on the hourglass. You can actually get some points there. It also helps if you get to the free throw line, but he's not someone who gets to the free throw line at all.
Yeah, no big free throwing guy, but he did get some more shots up with Giannis out a little bit. He wasn't making a whole lot of them, but I think Giannis in here takes a little pressure off of him. Like I said, I think he'll have a couple looks from that corner three where he seems to be a lot. Not his best year in the NBA, obviously, points wise out of his career, but tonight, going against Paul, his old teammate, running buddy, who's known him for a while, I think we can see him getting a few in there tonight. So low total, and we might get it fast, we might get it later, but I think by the end of the game he gets those 5 points at least.
Yeah, you look over his past 4 playoff games, he's averaged 4 3-point attempts per game here over his past 4. So Trey here going PJ Tucker over total of 4.5 points here in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. And you can get and game starts here 9 Eastern time over on ABC. All right, Trey, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we got 6 games from Major League Baseball in the prime time. We also have that one NBA game. What do you have going on over the site?
I have a trade pack tonight, 3 plays. I have a side in the NBA Final tonight and 2 MLB plays. I did have a play in that Mets game. I think I saw somebody said it's postponed. So 2 plays in the MLB if that goes, and then the NBA play. So that you can get that there at pickdogs.com or sportschatplace.com.
That's right. That Pirates-Mets game just did postpone, so we're down to 5 games in the prime time. You hearing me, Chris Ruffolo? Your game postponed, but we're going to have to get another pick from you. But anyway, get on board here with Trey Jordan over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get his trade pack tonight, and of course, take those winnings with that and go long-term with the All Sports Pass. We get every play that Trey releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period you choose when you go to the profile page and you make that purchase there from Trey over there at the site from Trey Jordan. All right, Trey, as always, great to have you on the site. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir. But news of that being postponed, it's going to go down to a 2-pack, and I'll take $5 off of it. It'll be 25 for a couple plays tonight. So jump on that, or adding with any of these cappers are long-term best bets. So good luck to everybody tonight, and I'll see you next time, Tony.
I'll see you next time. Trey Jordan here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with Chris Ruffolo. All right, Chris, you got some work to do on your next break, my man.
That's okay. It's the curveball of live TV in this industry. So that's okay. I'll have something. All right.
All MLB taken. I'll pick from every Major League Baseball game tonight. No game off the board. We're also going to cover the NBA game tonight with Suns and Bucks. So let's go ahead and welcome to the show Big Al McMordie. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Spring, where he's number 1 for the year, sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Al, how are you?
Doing well. I'll be doing better if Seattle can hold on to its 3-0 lead. That would make my afternoon.
Yep, they would. They got Seward on the mound here. They go to the pen. All right, let's take a look here at this one. Suns hosting the Bucks, 9 Eastern time. Phoenix down to a 4.5-point favorite now, total of 221.
Yeah, both of these teams come into this game off 3 straight overs. They scored 223 in game 1 of this series, and then in their last 2 games of the previous series, those 2 went over as well. And then when you look at the history of these 2 teams, they've been flying over the total. This year, they've scored 223, 255, and 249. Last year, 271 and 237. So, of course, the knee-jerk reaction might be to take this game over the total. But as we talk about all the time here on the show, the knee-jerk reactions are often the wrong decision. Most of the time in the NBA, when you look at these game 2s of these playoff series, if game 1 went over the total, the majority of time, game 2 tends to go under, including 16-3 under the total if the number is 218 or higher, as this game is. Likewise, game 2s have gone under 14 out of 16 if the 2 teams both went over in their 2 previous games. So that bodes well for the under in this ball game. And even better, Phoenix comes into this game off scoring 130 and 118 points. But NBA teams off back-to-back playoff games where they scored more than 116 points, they've gone under the total 63 of 105. That's 60%. That's good enough for me. I'm going under the 221.
All right. Big Al McMordie says go under 221 here in this Suns-Bucks matchup. All right, Chris, what say you in this one? Bucks just 103 in that first game.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at how both teams shot in that game. Both teams shot around 45%, and we barely got the total with, a couple of meaningless buckets late. So I got to lean towards the under here as well. I have to think that the defensive efforts are going to step up with Milwaukee not wanting to go down 0-2 going back home, and Phoenix not wanting to go into Milwaukee with a split. So I'm going to look at the under in what should be a defensive battle.
All right, Alan looks at Suns and Bucks under 221. Start time 9 Eastern time. This one will be on ABC. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring. All right, Al, we're down to 5 games from baseball tonight with that Mets rain out. We got that NBA game on the board as well. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I cashed game 1 of this Phoenix-Milwaukee series. I had Phoenix minus the points in that ball game. I love game 2. This fits a super 71 and 41 ATS system. I'm having a terrific NBA and college basketball year. 312 wins, just 242 losses on all basketball games combined, so don't miss my NBA Game 2 winner tonight. On the hardball side of things, I've got 2 baseball plays. Yesterday we were 2-1 overall. Today it looks like we might hit the Seattle Mariners as a home dog. They're winning 3-0, so hopefully we stay hot in baseball with 2 plays. And the best deal of all is to join for a week or for 30 days, get all my award-winning selections, and you can team me up with all the champion handicappers here at Pick Dogs and do the 2-for-1 handicapper special for the best value.
Yes, you can there. You see the numbers here from Big Al here. Over 3,500 units of profit. Doc to be number 1 for 2021 over at Pick Dogs. You visit his profile page. He's got that big winner tonight from from MLB. Of course, you've seen his numbers here. They're fantastic. He hit the game 1 here of the Suns Bucks series. He's got a package up there as well for you. And of course, take those winnings, go long term. Al's got that at that 7:30 Al Sports Pass where you get every play that Al releases over at Big Talks for that time period you select. When you go over to the profile page and you make that purchase, and if you add a second capper, you even get greater savings. Al, as always, great having you show. Continue your success. You're 4 ounces away from catching that Seattle game.
Hey, what are we doing next week with the All-Star break? We're not going to have a drive-through show, or are we going to have a drive-through show?
We're going to have a drive-through show next week. There'll be some games. There may be the All-Star game, but an NBA game is scheduled for Wednesday. But we're looking at some baseball and some football and college football. We'll look at some season win totals, division winners. There'll be a lot to talk about. We'll start cracking over on football.
I do know I won't be available for sure on Wednesday. It's my my father-in-law's 80th birthday party in Chicago right when we're doing the show here. I'll try to get available for Thursday, but I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll see you on Thursday. I know that the Yankees and Red Sox are playing a standalone game.
Yeah, there's one game. There's one game on Thursday.
All right, there is. All right, yeah, have a fantastic time with your father-in-law. Great talking with you, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, thanks, guys. All
right, Big Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with them. Joined here with of course, by Chris Ruffolo. You know, I skipped. I went on a turn and put Trey ahead of Al McMordie on the show. What can I tell you? All right, let's take a look here. Well, let's subscribe, guys, to our show. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show. We got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Bittler. And, of course, don't forget about those YouTube VIP membership shows. Fantastic value. Why don't you follow that link below and get signed up? And of course, we're here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to tune in. Of course, we always ask for your help, guys, to pick up our audience. Those likes, those thumbs up, keep them coming in, and we greatly appreciate it. Of course, Chris, it helps us build up the audience.
Absolutely, Tony. It does. I think we need to start giving you a break here and there in between. Man. You're working harder behind the scenes than I am. But no, Tony's 100% right. You know, it helps us build the audience up. And at the end of the day, I always say, you guys are the ones we do this for. You, the Pick Dogs family. Without you guys, there is no Pick Dogs. So you give us those likes, those thumbs up. It lets us know that you guys like what we're doing. If there's anything you want to see different, or if you like it the same way, you just want to see us get bigger and better with it. So definitely keep those likes and thumbs up coming in. It helps us grow, and we still appreciate all the love and support. It really means a ton to us.
It absolutely does. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru, guys. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in, and we'll continue on here with the show. Now it's time to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's got to be really hot over there, because I know it's hot here in SoCal. I'll bring on Tony Brown. Tony Brown, cooling off out there in Vegas.
No, it's getting hotter, and it's getting miserable. And if you want to know how to lose the audience, keep putting me behind Al McMordie.
Well, I had you behind Jordan, but I screwed up the rotation.
Right, when I seen that, I was like, all right, Tony took my advice finally, and then, boop, here we are. You know,
I know.
Nice on and stuff.
You know, I saw Tony Brown. I said, you know what? I got to put Al McMordie. I got to just get used to that. You know, I got to get used to with that rotation. All right, Tony Brown, here we go, 8 Eastern time. Your game didn't rain out, so you don't have to. We don't have to change on the fly here. So your game is going off here, 8 Eastern time. The Twins hosting the Tigers. The Twins $1.36, total 9.5.
Yeah, I don't usually take dogs, especially on the show for the free pick. But I mean, today I'm gonna go with the dog, man. The Twins should never be favored in a game. They're one of the worst teams in the MLB this year. They're actually 5 games worse than Detroit. Detroit's at 40 wins. The Twins are at 35, and that puts them 15 games under 500. I mean, I know they're at home, but still, this game should be a pick 'em in my eyes. They're one of the worst home teams in the MLB. They're third worst in the MLB at home. They only have 18 home wins this season. So it's like they're not good at home. They're not good overall, and they're just favored because they're at home. Detroit's actually played some good ball recently. And the teams Detroit are losing to is not the same teams Minnesota is losing to. So it's like, you know, plus 124, that's a lot of good plus dog money on a team that should beat a Minnesota team that's not good at all this year. So we're going to take the Tigers on the money line for the upset today.
All right, Tony Brown, the money line Tigers plus 124 against the Minnesota Twins. All right, Chris, let's say you in this one. You look at the Tigers on the road, they've returned over 5 units. They have a winning record against left-handed starters, and again, over about 6.5 units to the positive when they're facing lefty starters.
Yeah, and I mean, you also look at the starting pitching matchup tonight. Tariq Skubal for the Tigers, man. It seemed like for a pitcher that couldn't buy out a win for his team to start the year, I think he went 1-7. Now they've won 6 of his last 7 starts, and they're just playing well. And I agree with Tony. I don't think that the Tigers should be this big of a favorite on the road. I could see an even money or even maybe, plus 105, but plus 124 seems like a gift, especially with J.A. Happ on the other side. I got to go with the Tigers in this one.
Yeah, anything you wanted to add there to Tony?
No, Chris hit it on the head. I didn't want to, I don't want to get too stat-driven because the games aren't played on paper. But like you said, this dude is 6-1. I mean, the team is 6-1 in his last 7 starts. Minnesota is just absolutely horrible at home. So, that's the only reason they're favored. Both of these teams aren't playing well. So they're favored because they're home, and they're one of the worst home teams in the game. This is where you take a stab at underdogs. You know what I mean? There's a reason that Detroit only has a few wins because they get to play a few bad teams. So I think Minnesota's one of the bad teams they play, and they pick up the win here for sure.
All right, agreement here. Detroit plus 124 against the Twins. And, of course, this one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pig Dog Spin for tonight. Well, we're down to 5 games in Major League Baseball with those 2 right now, but we do have that big NBA game. It's game number 2 with the Bucks and Suns. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we're all over that NBA play. We cashed game 1. We have the Suns -5. That cashed pretty easy. We got a nice little slick pick for tonight, going to make it 2-0. And then I have 2 games tonight in the MLB. It was a 3-pack, but the Mets game got rained out. That was one of my games. So you can still double up and get the 2 MLB games plus the NBA game. That's 3 the hard way, and you can get paid 3 times your bookie. You can grab those individual, or you can make them in a package. And then, of course, the best way to go is getting the weekly, monthly, or VIP year. We got college football coming up, college basketball, NFL, and then, look, when you look up, hockey will be enrolled around. No sense of paying per day, per play, or per sport anymore. Get one of those passes. You get all the picks I release from all those sports, playoff, championships included, one low price.
That's right, guys. One low price from Tony Brown. When you get that long-term pass at $3,730 sports pass, you get every play that Tony releases over at Pig Dog Spin for that time period. Right now, if you go over and check his site right now, you'll find that he's got a couple plays from Major League Baseball. He's got your NBA Game 2 winner for you. But if you want to get them all, if you want to get that 3-day all sports pass, you get every play from Tony for 3 days, include the games for tonight, for that one low price. Add a second capper for the 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater savings. All right, Tony, it's always great having your show. I know you guys, you're part of Chris's crew that completed your Stanley Cup coverage for this season. Maybe we'll get some Olympic basketball. I don't know what's going to brew up here as we get deeper in the summer.
Yeah, I'm down. You might as well go ahead and pair me with Al, because you guys keep making me follow Al. I don't have any cardigan sweaters. I don't have nice pictures in my background. So go on and pair me up with Al.
No ocean view?
Right, and then you got me after that. And then me and Chris, it's not a crew anymore. I'm playing solo. The hockey games are over. You know what I mean? So you just got me. But if he comes up with some more stuff, I'm definitely down to join. I had a great time doing the hockey show. Thanks for inviting me.
All right, very good. We'll look forward to your hockey for next season. Then, of course, we'll see what happens as we get deeper in the summer, as we're not too far away from football, but a month away. We're already 1 week done in July. How fast that flew by, I don't know. But all right, Tony.
Raiders opened up at home with Baltimore on Monday night. I cannot wait after our season got canceled last year.
Oh, yes, that's right. NFL football, the Monday night game, Ravens at Raiders from that new stadium. I even have friends in SoCal. That 15 is going to be nothing. There's going to be such a lot of Raider fans up that 15 going your way, man. I'm telling you.
All I got to do is go down the street.
That's right. Just down the street. You got it. All right, Tony Brown, good night to you. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me, man. See you guys soon.
All right, Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the coverage, guys. Remember those likes, those thumbs up. Keep them coming in. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us build up the audience. And if you miss any of the picks, don't worry. We're going to do a recap at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're going to go over to Skype land. And that means when we go to Skype land, that means Chris gets another break, and he's going to have to change his pick because he had a pick from that Met game which just rained out.
That's all right. I've already got it covered. I've sent it in to Tony. We're good. We're ready to roll.
We're ready to roll.
I always keep it on standby.
All right, you got it on standby. All right, let's let Chris get his full break. Let's go to Skype and welcome Al Ninos. Al, what's happening?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a couple of plays postponed myself, so let's see if this one gets started, which I think it should.
I think it should be. I think the weather's pretty good in SoCal. I think I can vouch for that one. It will be played. All right, here we go, 9 Eastern time. I think maybe the Padres won't want to make it play the way they're playing. The Padres here are favored $1.47, total of 7. Early start, by the way, 9 Eastern. 9 getaway day, you got a 9 Eastern start here.
Yeah, I said low total here. It should be a great pitchers duel between, one of the greatest to ever do it and one of the best this year. And as impressive as Darvish has been this season, Scherzer's still been better. And said he's been pitching at this level throughout his career. It's not like Darvish has horrible career numbers, but they're not exactly Scherzer-type numbers. The Padres do have the better lineup, but again, Scherzer has great numbers against them. So I expect him to come out strong in this one and at least keep him quiet for a while. I don't expect the Nationals to get off to the hot start they got off to yesterday, but they should get some runs across, whether they get them off Darvish or San Diego's bullpen. They should get Scherzer some run support there. So I'm taking the Nationals on the money line. You can also look at them different ways too. You could also look at them on the run line. there's some value there too. Although you'd be giving up the plus money, I think it should be a low-scoring, close game. So there is value on the plus 1.5 there. You could look at them first 5 with the pitching edge with Scherzer, and even first 5 run line. So if it's still tied and Darvish does his thing, you still cash with plus half a run in the first 5. I think that's a great look there too. So I'm going Nationals. However you want to bet it, whether you want to split your bet up or just take one of those options, up to you. But yeah, going Nationals here.
All right, Ninos here on the Nationals. I can't argue that pick. I like that pick, by the way, with that Nationals at plus money. It was Scherzer playing well, and you look at the Nationals plus money returned about plus 2 units for the Nationals on the road this year when they're facing right-handed starters, about plus 4.5 units. And of course, these Padres losers of 5-7. I know you're a Dodger fan now. They seem to get excited when they play LA, and then of course they play everyone else, and it's they don't get the results.
Well, as I said, I think they have a great lineup. They're still not quite, I guess, playing as consistently as we'd all like them to sometimes. But again, gives us some good chances to get some plus money against them too.
Yeah, it gives some really good opportunities here. When you look at the Padres this year, negative 5.5 units. 51-38 record, but negative 5.5 units return here when you bet San Diego every game this season against right-handed starters. Negative 8 units for this season. All right, Al here on the Nationals plus 134 against the Padres. Check the start time here. Early start time for a West Coast game at 9 Eastern time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we're down to 5 games from Major League Baseball. We've got that big NBA game here. Of course, it's a game number 2 between Bucks and Suns. What do you have going on over the site?
Well, picked a funny day to really slow back down again. So I had 3 premium picks. We're just down to 1 NBA pick on the premium side now. I do think lots of dogs are live tonight, though, out of the games that are left. So definitely do think there's some value on the board there. But yeah, just my NBA play on the premium side if you want to check it out. And not get a long-term pass, we'll get some nice plays for you tomorrow as well.
All right, crush the books here with Al Ninos' best 10-star NBA bet tonight. Game 2 of the finals, Bucks and Suns. Get over to Pick Dogs Premium and check them out over there at the site, the profile page. Get that play, and of course that long-term play with those winnings. He's got the 3, 7, and 30 L Sports Pass, where you get every play from Al for that period of time you select when you go to the profile page and you make that purchase. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Have a good one, guys. Yep, we'll be here whenever you need me, Tony.
All right, Ninos here on the drive-thru doing the fill-in work as always. Appreciate his contributions to the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Join here with Chris Ruffolo as the co-host. And now it's time for your pick. Sorry I don't have a graphic for you because they changed the game here. Your game got rained out, but I know you were ready here. So what do you got for us?
We're going to do a bit of a series preview for the NBA Finals. I'm going to look at a couple different avenues here. I like the Suns to win this series. I'm going to put that out right away. But I'm also going to look at the series markets. I'm going to put a little bit on the Suns to win the series. Minus 1.5. I believe right now it's at minus 157. You could have got a more favorable price on it before the series started, but unfortunately, when we're left with such a short card, we kind of got to go with what we're left with. So we're going to take the Suns minus the 1.5, and we're going to take over 5.5 games in the series. Because you look at this series, I mean, the Suns, you look at game 1, like I said, both teams shot around 45% from the field, but the Suns were usually the better team in that one. And whether you can say that Giannis was 100% or not, the fact of the matter is that I don't think that the Bucks just have the answer for the guard play of the Suns. And I'm not trusting Brook Lopez to contend with DeAndre Ayton inside. Yes, Lopez has the added edge that he can shoot from outside, but Ayton grabbed 19 rebounds in game 1. I don't see anyone really having an answer for him inside in game 2 or for the rest of that series for that matter. Now the Bucks, they will win a couple games in this series, maybe take one at home, and maybe if they go down 3-1 in the series, they'll stave off elimination in Phoenix. But either way, I think the Suns win this series at worst 4-2, maybe even 4-1 if they catch a break in Milwaukee. But you know what? You look at what the Suns did coming into this series. They were one of 15 teams to come in outscoring their opponents by at least 7 points per game through the first 3 rounds of the series. 10 of those teams went on to win the finals. So we have a great track record with a team that's just been the better team throughout each of their series so far. And whether or not injuries played a part in that, again, you go with the hand that you're dealt. You can't help it that other teams deal with injuries. The Suns have just taken advantage, and I think they take advantage on their way to lifting the NBA title here.
All right, so Chris is looking for the Suns to win -1.5 games. That means they got to win 4-0, 4-1, or 4-2. So if they go 7, you lose the bet, correct?
Correct.
All right,
I don't think this one's going 7 though. I think at worst we're going to 6 games.
All right, so the Suns there to win it, and you made the points, with the guard play, and it kind of reminded me of that Denver series, right? Where let's look helter-skelter for the Bucks. They were so out of position defensively, not knowing how to cover this Booker and Paul tandem. I mean, they were just out of position. I mean, they have tape. They can make in-game adjustments, so you don't need an all-day to figure this out, really. I mean, this is an NBA team, right?
Exactly. I mean, yes, Drew Holiday has been a capable, guard for the Bucks. He's undergone a bit of a career renaissance. He started to come back. He's starting to look like the Drew Holiday we started to first see come into the league when he first broke in. But again, it's just one player cannot stop a tandem like Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Devin Booker averaging 27 points per game right now coming into game 2. And Chris Paul, again, he's making the most of his first trip to the finals. He's got the mid-range game down better than any point guard I can remember seeing in the last little while. I mean, this guy just kind of steps into the mid-range, and you can almost say that it's pretty much automatic, and that's very hard to say for players nowadays. Tony, like you said, I just think that until we see Milwaukee answer the bell from the guard perspective, you've got to roll with the Suns in this one.
I agree with you 100% on this one. So Chris's pick is the Phoenix Suns to win the series -1.5 games. That means they got to win the series either 4-0, 4-1, or 4-2. All right, that's a play from Chris Ruffolo here. All right, Chris, why don't you let us know what's going on over at Pick Dog Spring? We saw the games rain out a little bit. I think we got, 5 games from MLB. We got 1 from the NBA. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, first let me start by saying, yesterday we were doing a little premium for a like thing yesterday, so I think we got a little bit overzealous at 250, but I see 226 people watching right now. If we can get to 175 likes by the end of the recap, I'll give you guys one of my premium picks on a very slim card tonight. But that's just telling you guys how much we appreciate the likes and how excited we are for tonight's action. But as far as what I have going on, I did have a 5-pack. The Jays game got rained out, so now I've reduced it to a 3-pack. 2 other MLB plays that I absolutely love, as well as my rocking chair winner for the NBA Finals tonight. Guys got that over for $29.95 over at the website. Or, we always say it, those long-term packages are some of your best value because they're going to save you money and make money. Same thing with the 2-for-1 capper deal. Take 2 of us for a ride. If you've never done it before, or if you can't decide between 2 of us, you get to have your cake and eat it too. So definitely check those out. Still got my MLB season pass up there, and we're going to have football coming up very soon. There's tons of options for you guys, so go check it out over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, Pick Dog Spring, where you can check it out. He's got his Thrasher pack up there, his one-day pack for you. You got plays from Major League Baseball, as well as that big NBA Final Game 2 for that one low price. Get on board with Chris's Thursday Thrasher right now over at Pick Dog Spring. And, of course, we always talk about if you take those winnings, make the long-term pass, 3, 7, and 30. All sports pass, you get every play from Chris for that period of time. Add a second capper for 2-for-1, even greater value. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru, and we're going to go ahead and welcome James Clark to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Spring, where he does fantastic work in the NBA. He'll be looking at the Major League Baseball game for today. So let's go ahead and bring him in here from over in West Virginia. I think we're ready to get it. I know we're all talking, we're getting ready for football here, but we got baseball in the mind. Hey, James, what's happening?
Hey guys, how are y'all today?
We're doing great. All right, here we go. At 8 Eastern time, we got the Brewers hosting the Reds, with the Brewers laying $1.10, total of 8.5.
Yeah, guys, you look at this game, I think the wrong team is favored here. I'm on the Reds on this side. The Reds have won 4 of their last 5 games. They've won 8 straight games on the road against NL East opponent, or NL Central opponents, my bad. NL Central opponents. And, here they are on the road against a Brewers team that's lost 3 of their last 5 games. We got the better pitcher on the mound. As, Brewers got Hauser, and we got Howe on the mound here. So I really like the Reds in this game here. So, guys go and hammer it. Like I said, this morning when I put it in, I think it was plus 105, 110. I know it's come up a little bit from now, but I really like this Reds pick, guys.
All right, we got James here on the Reds, plus 100 against the Brewers. All right, Chris, we talked about Tyler Mahle. Get him away from that Great American Ballpark. He pitches great. a road ERA of a 1.84, a whip of just 1.
Yeah, and I mean, compare that to his home numbers. ERA over 6, 2-2 record, and like you said, an ERA under 2 and 4-1 record on the road. Those are numbers that just are. There's no fluke to that. It's a big enough sample size you can tell. Molly pitches better on the road. I'm not a Hauser fan, and you're starting to wonder if maybe the Brewers are cooling off after that hot run. I like the Reds here as well.
All right, Grimmitter on the Reds plus 100. That's a 10-game sample for Molly there on the road. Reds plus 100 against the Brewers. This one will start at 8 Eastern time, MLB Extra News Channel. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Brim, where you're number 2 in the NBA documented, over 2,200 units of profit. We got that big one tonight. We got that Suns and Bucks game 2. There's 5 games on the board for Major League Baseball. Coming off a really strong day yesterday. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I had a 6-pack, and the Mets got rained out, and I just seen Chris let us know the Jays got rained out. So that's 2 of my games that's off the board. So I got a 4-pack for the guys that's already bought my package today. At the end of the show, I'm gonna give out a 5-player prop. If you can't bet it, I know you can together. I know you can at least bet all the props. You should be able to. You might not be able to do it as a parlay, but anyways, I'm gonna give that out. Sorry guys, can't help it for the rain. But anyways, I'll have a 4-pack going on. 2 NBA get to both of. I got both plays in the NBA, the side and the total, and 2 MLB games I really love. Like Tony said, yesterday I had a 5-pack, went 4-1. Guys, I've been focusing on baseball, and I've turned it around here the last month or so in baseball. Been winning. I got in the hole early when the season started, and had to work my way out. I'm almost out to breathing. I see the daylight, so go grab a 3-7 or 30-day, guys. Or team me up with any of these other cappers on the show. Tony Brown, my buddy Trey Jordan, Chris, Tony T, any of these guys on the show, Rod, Mitch, any guys. I say this every time we get on the show, that we got the best cappers in the world, and we do, guys. And go grab us, and we'll put some money in our pockets.
That's right. Get on board here with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Prim. He's got that 4-pack right now, money stack. Get on board with that. He's got 2, the side and total, I would assume, here from this NBA game here. He's got 2 plays from this NBA game, Bucks and Suns game 2. You see the numbers here, over 2,200 units of profit in the NBA this year. Document number 2. Get on board. There'll also be a couple of baseball games in that money stack pack for tonight. Or if you just want to go long-term, go for the 3-day pack. Get 3 days from James Clark. And, of course, there'll be every play that he releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. And, of course, so you can continue that upgrade if you'd like. He also has season passes. He's got the 1-year pass right now going on as well, if that's within your budget. All right, James, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk a little bit during the recap, and you have that parlay for us at the end.
All righty, Tony. I appreciate you having me on the show, buddy, and I'll see y'all either next week or tomorrow if you need me.
You got it. James Clark here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on. We'll have him on the recap. Let's continue on here on the show. Time for my pick, but before that, I just want to let you guys know we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. But Chris, you got an offer for everyone out there if they keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in.
Absolutely, Tony. I have a freemium for you guys. If you guys get those likes coming in, we're at 113 at last check. It's at 175 likes. I'll get you guys in the premiums, the premium for tonight's game, guys. We're almost there, and you guys know how this guy likes to stall during the recap. So you guys got some time, but get them in quick.
Get them in quick. We got to get to 175 or 60 away. We'll get that premium play from Chris Ruffolo during the recap. If we can get to 175 likes by the end of the show, you guys can do it. Let's get those thumbs up, those likes coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time for my play. Tonight, 8 Eastern time, this is your game on MLB Network. Cubs, the host of Phillies. Cubs about $1.13, total 7.5. I'm gonna take the Phillies at plus 101. I'm with Zach Geflin here. The right-handers allowed 3 earned runs or fewer in 4 of his past 5 starts. Adbert Alzolay will go here for the Cubs. Alzolay's kind of struggled here in his past 4 starts. 16 runs, 14 earned in his past 17 and 2/3 innings. The results were losses in all 4 games. The Phillies, they've won 4 of 6. One thing to note here with the Cubs, they did break that 11-game losing streak. But still, that's 1-11. Look at their past 10 games, batting 184 against right-handers. Their bullpen and the ERA approaching 8, a whip of 1.58. I'm taking Philadelphia here, Chris, at plus 101.
Yeah, Tony, I've got to. I like the Phillies here, but I think my stronger play here was the under. I think Eflin and Alzolay each have a pitching matchup of two pitchers that are better than their numbers would indicate. Eflin's just had a run of bad luck this season with an inconsistent Phillies offense behind him. The one thing that the Cubs have done consistently on offense is struggle to put up runs. So I think we're better. I'm on the under here, but I can definitely lean towards the Phillies here as well. I don't trust the Cubs as far as I can throw them long term.
All right, Chris, looking here under. I'm looking at Phillies plus 101. This is your TV game over on MLB Network. Guys, I have a 3-pack. I was able to dodge the rain out, so I got 3 plays right now. That one big game from the NBA. I got a side and total from baseball. That's a 3-pack for you right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also part of that 2-for-1 capper promotion. So you pick up one of my long-term passes, 03, 7, and 30 all sports pass. You can add me with another capper, maybe with Chris, James Clark, Big Al, Little Al, Ron Sawacki. Add me with the second capper, even greater value. Let's continue here on the drive that we need to get to 175 likes, and Chris Ruffolo will give you his premium play during this recap session. And I know James Clark will also come in with the parlay here for this for the game tonight. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to do the recap, and we'll get James Clark join us here. We start here with Alex. He liked Indians Royals over 9. Big Al McMordie said Suns Bucks under 221. Trey joined us. PJ Tucker over 4.5 points at minus 120 in game 2. He's averaged 5 points or greater the past 4 games, so he's taking that PJ Tucker here. Tony Brown, Tigers plus 124 against Twins. They've had turned positive results here on the road this year, and has made money when you bet them against left-handed starters. Ninos, Nationals plus 134 against Padres. He'll take Scherzer with that plus money. Chris, we had to make a change, and we're not the Mets Pirates rained out, but Chris gave out the Phoenix Suns to win the NBA Finals minus 1.5 games. That means Phoenix has to win the series either 4-0, 4-1, or 4-2, and you'll cash that bet. Solid bet there from Chris. James Clark says Reds plus 100 against the Brewers. Male's been money on the road. Yours truly here, Phillies plus 101 against the Cubs. We'll go ahead and get started here with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm stuck between 2, but I'm going to say Male equals Moolah for me, so I like the Cincinnati Reds with Male on the bump on the road.
All right, he's looking at Male there. All right, guys, we got to get to 175 likes, and then Chris will give out a free premium pick from tonight's game. So we're at 165. We need 10. We need 11 more likes, guys. So let's get those likes coming in, and let's get that premium play from Chris Ruffolo. All right, let's go over to James. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I like Trey's pick, PJ Tucker to get over, or to get 5 points pretty much. To get 5 points in this game. I look for him, like he said, to make 1 3. I look for him to make 2 threes probably first half, and there you go. You got 6 points.
Yeah.
So I like that.
All right, that looks like good money there. Here, taking PJ Tucker over 4.5 points at minus 120. All right, my pick. I'm gonna tail here El Ninos and go Nationals plus 134 against the Padres. Padres, they've lost 5 of 7. Scherzer's been money. I think if you look at his past 10 games, 2 earned runs allowed are fewer in each of those starts. Darvish was banged up a little, hit a little bit here last start and 2 starts prior. But the Padres, I don't know. They get up for this Dodgers series, and then it's just kind of flatten out a little bit. So I'll look at the National side here plus 134. We got to 179, so we got to 175. We're going to get to Chris Supreme, but first we're going to go with James. I know James, you wanted to give out a parlay for tonight's game. Tonight, let me go ahead and get your cam up here. What you got going for tonight?
All right, guys. On this 5-player parlay, to start out, I got Brooke Lopez over 5.5 rebounds. I got Bridges over 11.5 points. I got Johnson over 7.5 points. That's Cameron Johnson over 7.5 points. I got Booker over 4.5 assists, and then Middleton over 2.5 threes, guys. Yesterday or the other day, or the first game, I hit 11-teamer. So here's a 5-teamer, guys. Good luck on it, and I hope I hit it, and hope you bet it. If you can't bet it as a parlay, because I know some states don't, you can bet it single. So I really like this bet. I'm betting it myself. I know a couple other guys are betting it. So go hammer us, guys, and let's put some money in your pockets.
All right, that was your premium five player prop there from James Clark. All right, let's go back to the full screen here. We'll go over to Chris. Chris, we got over 175, so we're getting a free premium pick from you for tonight. Give it to us.
Absolutely. I'm going to take you guys to the classroom a little bit. How do you spell over? Jahapp. Just another horrible and pathetic pitcher. J.A. Happ, in his last 12 starts, depending on what you got the line at 2 starts ago, is 12-0 to the over in his last 12 starts, or 11-0-1. Either way you slice it, whenever this guy is on the mound, whether it's his own fault or the pitcher on the other side, the game is going over the number. Same thing with Tariq Skubal. The over's been quite frequently in his starts. I know we talked about it earlier. He's been winning. But he also won his last start despite giving up 5 runs in that game. I know we talk about the Minnesota Twins, and I say how disappointing they've been this season, but there is still a lot of pop in those bats. The Detroit Tigers have a ton of players that can get on base and can drive in runs, and they can play small ball, and they can go deep as well. So I'm looking at the Detroit Tigers-Minnesota Twins game to go over tonight. Add another one in the column of the J.A. Happ over run. Sometimes you just got to ride these streaks until they flame out, and I'm not hopping off of that anytime soon. I think 9.5 is great value for that over. I love it.
All right, you look at over 9.5 there with that Twins-Tigers game. As a matter of fact, if you look at the teams over the past 10 games, both lineups hitting lefties pretty well. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time every single day. It's the morning show with Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and Brian Bittler. And don't forget about those YouTube Premium VIPs memberships. Follow the link below and get signed up. And, of course, we're here Monday through Friday with the Drive-Thru. Let's bring in the crew for tonight. We'll leave you off. Good night. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow live.